After I get a girlfriend, then I'll be happy. After I get a boyfriend, then I'll be happy. After I get my BBL and my surgery, my liposuction, then I'll be happy. After I lose weight, then I'll be happy. But we never start by being happy with being alive today. Many people forget to be happy that they woke up today. How unfortunate. When I surf on TikTok and I see people having conversations, when I hear them talking, some people, they're just looking for drama. Welcoming Sheila, Cassette, ST. Isn't loving self independent of society? Absolutely. You don't need loving yourself requires you to be just alive. Because if you did, I mean, right? So that's why the gratitude that we experience is a miracle. Because again, you can be dead. Many people just are not grateful that you're alive. Why? Because their life sometimes just sucks. I get it. When you're lonely, you're desperate, you're heartbroken, you just think everything sucks. That you forget that you woke up today, and some people did not. Jeff says, can too much gratitude be negative? Absolutely. I have experienced that. You can be, because gratitude is a positive thing, but too much gratitude, it comes from the head. It's not authentic. Because when it's from the heart, you know when to chill out with it. I practiced gratitude obsessively. Because you know why? It changed I used to be a very negative person. So when I learned, thank you so much for my hands, I turn every moment into gratitude meditation. Thank you so much for the trees. It was better than me being in my head a negative, but sometimes you can be practicing so much that you don't get a damn job. That you're not doing what you need to do because you're busy practicing meditation and gratitude. Sometimes you need to learn how to make your life work practically, but we're busy practicing gratitude and meditation. That's some of y'all. I fall in that category for years. 5 years of my life, I did heavy spiritual practices, and I didn't talk to many people. I deactivated my Facebook, deactivated all my social media, and just gave my life to, okay, if I just became a practitioner completely, I didn't even think about making money. Like, because I gave my life to God. And then as you get deeper and deeper in this journey of self-cultivation, you start to realize you need money to pay bills. Unless you want to be broke forever. But here's the thing, brothers and sisters. If you have the blessing of being able to spiritually develop without thinking about money, you have been blessed. Because most people don't have that chance. Now, I grew up Buddhist. And in Buddhism, you can become a monk. And a monk, I could just be I imagine this, I was practicing like a monk, but in my house, in my life. So I was practicing like a monk even though I was not a monk. I live with my parents and they allow me to just pursue this spiritual path because in Buddhist culture, in a Thai culture, it's a thing, right? Letting letting the person around you follow their spiritual pursuits. Now in Christianity, it's like choosing to become a pastor or minister, but you go to a school. Like I chose the yogic path and they understood that I was choosing a yogic path. But my mom was like, what the? My father's very open-minded, but my mother was like, when are you going to get a damn job? And I'm like, I'm trying to meditate so I can get to the next level. I'm trying to contemplate to figure out what is this thing of life. I'm trying to see what the Buddha is trying to teach. I'm trying to see what is this manifestation, the law of attraction. I'm trying to study some Thich Nhat Hanh for a year. And they let me because why? My blessing allowed me. Everybody, we all have blessing. Some people are born with supportive parents who are very present in their life. Some people are not. And that's a different type of blessing. Negative things in life and positive things can be a blessing now or later, right? When you get negative things that happen to your life, sometimes you think, man, I hate my life. But later down the road, you realize that negative thing make you so strong. It makes you powerful because why? You've gone through some stuff. Hard to pay the bills with a hug. Amen to that. So imagine I went about 5-6 years just waking up, meditating. Some days I was meditating 4 sessions. When I first started awakening, I was meditating 15 in the morning, 15 at night, 20 in the morning, 20 minutes a night, 30 in the morning, and I found Insight Timer app. Ooh. I got to the point I became addicted to meditation. 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours at night. In between, I would go work at the Cheesecake Factory. I would practice Zen. Right? I was very airy. Because why? The spiritual awakening path is difficult because you have to be a little crazy to do it because most people are too damn normal to break their ego. That's why I tell you, like, you gotta be a little crazy to have an awakening because that's why it's called the matrix. What you have been taught in school, your parents' societal norms, cultural norms, how Latino men act, how Asian men act, stereotypes that you believe, what the worldview that's been taught to humanity, right? The way you imagine to have an awakening and to keep going, you gotta break all of it. And it's not easy. Why? Because sometimes you don't realize it's all you know. Imagine that everything in your life has been taught to you, right? Everything in your life may be limiting you. The things that you've been taught. Imagine that you could create your life from a blank canvas. And it's easy to get lost because there's a lot of things suggesting you how you should think. But imagine you can create your life from the free will of your heart without being corrupted by how men should be in this day and age, how much money you should make, how you should dress, talk, and think. Imagine that I had, me personally, I sat in meditation and contemplated about why I am the way I am. Think about that. Why are you the way you are? Like maybe you are somebody who's impatient. Why? Because I was doing this thing called studying the consciousness, the cause and effect. Because when you ask why is the effect, right? Why? Because the who you are right now is an effect of what came before you. If you're somebody who is angry, why am I angry? Where does that come from? And you sit and you trace back to the times where you are first angry or the times you remember being angry. So imagine I did that for about 5 years of just, why am I really feminine? My father's feminine. I didn't grow up with grandfathers. I was raised by mainly grandmothers. A lot of ladies. I hang out with mainly ladies. No wonder I'm feminine, because I was hanging out with a bunch of freaking females my whole life. And I did not get along with masculine guys. And when I moved to America, I didn't understand that culture. Oh, that's why right? So you start to see why. So imagine you can do that, brothers and sisters. Why do you have social anxiety? Because you're on your damn phone too much on that, right? Or maybe on Reddit, you learn to use social skills because you're on the phone too much. You're shy. You're scared of people because you don't know who you are. Why are you scared? Because you have, like in the past, I had social anxiety too. You know why? I was not proud of my life. I felt like a failure. I don't want to approach, because in society, when people approach each other, we approach each other like a damn business card. Hi, my name is Tanet. I'm a live streamer. I do, right? But when you're not proud of your life, you don't want to tell people you're not doing nothing with your life. You know what I mean? You don't got nothing going on, and you just don't want to tell people you got nothing going on sometimes. And that's why I had social anxiety. I felt like a failure. And I don't want anybody to know I feel like a failure in my life. My parents are disappointed in me. I drop out of college. I'm heartbroken. I work at a restaurant. I'm not even getting that much pay. I'm working at a restaurant that doesn't pay me very well either. And I'm depressed. So instead of saying all that, I just say nothing, and just like I have social anxiety. Easier to just doubt yourself than to try to investigate yourself, you know? So I'm vulnerable with you because I want to see, like I share this with you because I'm just like everyone else here. We're all more alike than different, brothers and sisters. It's at once, whenever I began to contemplate, I started to understand the world around me, that we're more alike than different. When I hear somebody have social anxiety, I completely understand. You know why? Because I was there. When I see somebody say they're depressed, I understand. When somebody's smoking a lot of weed, I understand because I used to do the same thing. When somebody feels like a failure, I understand. And it's like, how can we help bring each other up? How can we be vulnerable with each other and help us get out of this labyrinth that we're lost in? Because whenever you exit the matrix, you step back and you're like, oh my God, that my life is miserable because I make it that way. And it's hard to realize that my life is miserable and it's my own fault because the ego doesn't want to believe that you're responsible for why your life sucks. That is a huge obstacle that we all have to overcome. That maybe your life sucks and the only way you can change it is by you and not blaming. Welcoming Snowy City, Abra, Reptar. Is there a healthy way? Jeff says, is there a healthy way we should measure our own growth? Are you happy with who you are? And how can you grow that happiness? When you're happy, how can you turn that happiness into a good happiness? And from good happiness, how can you turn that good happiness into great happiness? And that from great happiness, how can you turn it into amazing? And from amazing, how can you experience profound happiness? And from profound happiness, maybe enlightenment may be possible, right? But again, it takes time to realize it. How did you get to this wonderful thing? What wonderful thing? Simple joys make happiness. Appreciating the simple things. The beginning of my awakening, I want to share with you because some of y'all need this. Learn to be grateful for your damn life. Like, learn to be genuinely and deeply grateful that you are breathing right now, people. Some of y'all are so ungrateful that you're alive. That was me. Some of y'all, imagine like, there are some people who don't even think to be grateful that you are alive today. We're busy trying to get a better job, trying to get a boyfriend, trying to prove yourself to your mama, right? Trying to get it in, trying to get more money. But many people forget to be grateful for your life. When you learn to be grateful for your life right now, you got something positive. You feel positive. Many people go through life comparing, judging, wishing they had what other people had. And even though they get the new Jordans, even though they get the new car, it's never enough. They get the sex, they get the new video game, but it's never enough. How much happiness is enough happiness? How much is enough for you to breathe, smile, and feel complete? How much is enough happiness for you to just sit here, smile, breathe, and feel completely fulfilled with everything that you got going on in your life? What do you need for you to sit here and be completely happy, people? How much money do you need? You need to get married first? Babies? What if I told you that you can allow yourself to be completely, absolutely, wholly happy right now if you just get out of your damn way with all your criterias and all your needs that you need for you to celebrate your life? What if you can just celebrate your life? Thank you so much. I'm successful that I'm alive today. Thank you so much that I'm breathing today, because at least I have an opportunity to improve because I'm breathing, baby. Some of y'all missing that. Why? You're still not happy because you need a girlfriend. You need a girlfriend. You want love. You think love comes from girls. You think love comes from a guy. Most people think love comes from romance because they don't know what the hell is love. So many people think love comes from romantic relationship because you've been deceived by Twilight, by Titanic, by Hollywood, by all these songs, Backstreet Boys and on, Ariana Grande, and all these BS, what they think is love. You've been brainwashed. You are love. Just breathe it. Just feel it. You don't need a Prince Charming. You don't need to kiss the damn frog. You need to just... In the past, I would judge myself, man, is this gay? I was very insecure about loving myself because as men and women, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what... You just think, I can't do all this. Like, because you can learn to be feminine and masculine. When I was younger, I always said, how can it be more manly? Because I thought something was wrong with me, that I'm very feminine. But I realized there's nothing wrong with it, and you can be both feminine and masculine. Naturally, I'm more feminine. Some of y'all are naturally more masculine, both men and women. Some women, very tough. Right? Some men, very feminine. And some men are feminine and they're straight. Some men are feminine and they're not straight. Nobody taught me this stuff, people. I just thought something was wrong with me. And I was very confused because I lack wisdom or support system, whatever, that made me feel I did not. Thank you, Dana. Right, I just felt I don't fit in this puzzle called society. I'm Asian, I'm dumb, I'm bad at math, I failed college. All these things that make me not fit in society just make me feel miserable, and so it led me towards just chasing girls and then chasing thrills and chasing substance eventually, and then down the hole I went into misery and near-death experiences. And so, square peg in a round hole, yeah. And I didn't realize that I could just be me. Until I learned. Because I know my parents did not teach me to just be you, son. No, they're like, you need to make money. What, nursing, engineering? And I'm like, I'm trying to go to the army. My mom goes, don't go, you're gonna die. And I'm like, okay, fine. I think I want to be a photographer. No, that doesn't make money. Okay, I guess I think I want to be a chef. No, that doesn't make money. I never went for what I truly wanted to. I never, in the past, I didn't know I can just do my life. It shocked me that I never asked myself, what do I want? In the past, when I was making decisions in my life, I was thinking, what can I choose to make my mama happy? I'm good now. I'm good now. I'm just being vulnerable with you. I'm just being vulnerable with you so that some of y'all can learn from this process, okay? I'm good now. I'm doing this because I'm showing you the energy of contemplation, questioning, and deep thought, being lost and showing you. I'm just replicating the energy. Because this is how you teach. You got to teach through your energy. Because just talking about it is not enough. I'm taking y'all there with me so we can do the work together. Okay? It's been about 10 years from the awakening path. Ryan says, vulnerable Tanet is the best Tanet. I mean, I don't know how not to be. Dana says, I did the same thing, Tanet. I think a lot of us did. We never ask ourselves, what do I want? I just force myself to go through the college route over and over and over. And I actually succeeded, let's just be honest. Like I failed in college, I failed biology, I think 4 times or 3 times. I took biology, I'm so bad but as I had an awakening, I learned that I just doubted myself so much. I just thought, I thought I was just stupid in the past. I completely thought I'm just too stupid to pass some classes because I made up a story that made me feel dumb, and so it made my brain feel dumb, and I believed that negative story. But through meditation, I saw that I got in my own way of learning. Eventually, I understood that we all learn differently and that I needed music to study. Every class that I went to, I listened to like lo-fi beats and I start getting B's and I'm like, but then of course I use positive affirmation. I'm a AA student. It's easy for me to retain memory, and I would prime myself before class. And I got on the dean's list, I got scholarships, and then I realized, sometimes you learn differently than people. I have bad reading comprehension, but I'm good at listening. And I didn't know that, right? Some people have parents that help you figure that out. Mine was not. Okay. But they did their best. It took me to America. Right? I thought something's wrong with me. Why am I too stupid? All the other Asian kids, they're all getting, like my sister got all A's and all this stuff. Eventually I realized, I just learned differently. And then so for me to succeed in class, I had to read 4 to 5 times for my brain to absorb it, which means there's some sort of dyslexic from reading, but it's possible to if I just read it over and over. And how did I learn this? Oh my God. I took this class called British Literature in college. And the whole class was British poetry. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? British literature. But after the second, you learn all these plays and all that. After the awakening, I realized if I just sat there and read that poetry 4 to 5 times, I actually understand something. It's like I just need time. Now, it takes a lot of effort to do that, but I learned that I could, but it's not meant for me because God told me, look, you don't need college. You're meant to go the spiritual route. And I'm like, are you sure? And so the spiritual route I went, which led me to massage therapy, which led me first to being a wedding videographer for 3.5 years, which led me to being a massage therapist for 2 years, which led me to a 2 year of doing nothing but spiritual work, which led me on a full-on spiritual route as a spiritual leader. And here I am about maybe 7 years later. Let's just say 5 years later, humbly. I don't even know. I don't even count now because let's see. Somebody was asking a question here. How can you guide yourself through the difficult? Ryan says you can't grade a fish on its ability to climb a tree. Amen to that. But sometimes you think you're a monkey trying to swim. How can you guide yourself through the difficult feeling and hard emotions? I was very sensitive because growing up I was raised very feminine, like many of us who are healers, because it requires a nurturing and a loving heart and a patience. The word is called faith. You have emotions, but it's not you. I'm very sensitive, but I don't react to it. Because if you react to everything, golly, you just get drained, because the world doesn't care about your feelings. But you have to learn to choose how much to get involved and when not to, and that's through meditation. You have feelings, but you're not feelings. You have thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. You have a body, but you're not your body. Buddhism, like the practice of Buddhism and the awareness taught, like I just learned to observe my feelings, which helped me to realize, whoa, what is this chakra thingy? Because whenever I still hold on to negative feelings, I feel it in my gut or my chest. And I question and I observe, ooh, there's energy there. How can I let that go? Before, I used to sit there and visualize energy leaving. But that's just the beginning. You have to learn to pour your heart, smother the pain with love. Because to heal, you need massive love. To forgive, you need massive love. And that's why many people don't forgive, because their love, you have to learn to be compassionate. Because for you to forgive the people that abuse you is really difficult. Why? Because the ego goes, they don't deserve my forgiveness. They did me wrong. How do you forgive your biggest abusers? Compassion. Were your abusers born an abuser? The people that did you wrong, were they born an abuser? Why does somebody become an abuser, a bully? Because they have been hurt too. If they had love and they had support, they would not become an abuser. But that doesn't mean you let them abuse you, you know what I'm saying? But let's say that's the past, you're still holding on to it. Understanding your abuser helps you to realize that abuser was raised in an abusive environment where maybe they didn't grow up with a father or a mother. And for you to stop the cycle, you have to let go. If you don't forgive, the karma continues to the next person. You transfer the anger or the animosity or your insecurity. It continues until you get back to yourself and notice all the illusions you may be carrying and let go of the illusions. It may take you 3 to 4 years of that commitment to heal yourself. So most people don't even start. You know why? Because that's hard. Nobody said this process is easy, but do you want to live a life that's fulfilled or miserable? You might have to do the work for about 5 years intensely, but for the rest of your life after that, I got sunshine. That's why I'm like this today, because I let go. That's why the energy, the enthuse, the voice, because you can keep blooming. That's why I'm so excited about teaching people, because imagine this, your life used to be in a dark hole, but whenever you change the energy to positive, you can water that seed, and what can come out is a giant, mighty oak tree. And from that giant, mighty oak, you help others, you create a forest of awakened people, and that's called a sangha. Not just fake acting and identifying as healed. Anyways, let's not go there. Reset. Okay. Can someone love another if they don't love themselves? Hell no. Jeff asks, can someone love another if they don't love themselves? Hell no. Let me just read that again, because some of y'all don't get this. I don't know why, okay? Listen. Can someone love another if they don't love themselves? If they don't truly love themselves? Hell no. Some of y'all looking for love in a girl, in a guy, on Tinder, on Hinge. But y'all don't love your damn self. How the hell are you going to fill other people's cup if your cup is empty? This is the basics, people. This is the extreme. If your cup is empty, which means you don't even have your own self, how the hell are you going to give it to somebody? But here's the issue. Most people don't know how to love themselves. So with their empty cup, they look for people to fill their cup. But it's never enough, which is why people date so much and have a quickie and break up. But they don't learn to fill their cup first. They're waiting for some girl to say, hey, baby, me love you long time. Or they wait, hey, baby, I'll take care of you. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to be the one. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to be your man. Ain't nobody going to mess with my girl. And what happens? Divorce. Why? Because many people just really don't know. They don't love their damn self, and it's a huge issue. When your cup is empty, so what happens when two people, this is the worst one, okay? Two people who don't love themselves. Be mine. Their cup is empty, so what happens? Their love comes from insecure love. Because why? Their cup's empty. So they're always checking on, who are you talking to? Who's that girl? Who's that girl that liked your picture? Who you talking to? Who's that coworker guy, huh? Oh, that's my boss. When you go to the gym, cover up a little bit more, like, oh, If you go out, you gotta come back home at night. Oh, wait, what? You can't even live your life. Why? Because you're so insecure about love, you want to own the other person. There's so much of this going on. Some people will get married, have children, 1, 2, 3, 4 children, and divorce. Why? They don't know what is love. Some people love getting heartbroken over and over. They just love the heartbreak train. Date one, do one, break one. And then they go, there's no good men in the world. Man, all the women are terrible in the world. You're like, maybe you the problem. What'd you say, bro? Just kidding, nothing. Me love you long time. Close-minded people don't want to hear the truth. That's why I piss a lot of people off, because the truth will set you free, but it's not comfortable. That's why I have to be sassy. I have to be weird. That's why you see the way I'm doing the work here. It's like it requires a lot of energy, because if you're not truly enthused, the you that's listening, you're not going to take me seriously. But the amount of enthusiasm, the energy that we put into this helping people, it makes people like, this dude seemed kind of legit. Maybe he's right, maybe, right? But if you're just kind of just speaking from your head, that's right. Ain't nobody gonna listen. Because to actually make a change is really difficult without a community. But what do we have on Insight Timer? Community of learners, right? When you're on Twitch, some people, they come to learn, but it's not consistent. Okay, you're welcome, Sky. Thank you. Some people, they begin the work. Many people come to them, for example, some people come to the meditation group on Sunday in Houston, Texas, and they feel good. Their life improves. What happens? They stop coming. When they stop coming, their life goes back down, and we don't see them for a while. They come back. And some people, they love to do a boomerang with happiness. It just comes and goes, but it never stays. Why? Because they don't realize how important consistency is. For how many weeks now have I been consistent on Insight Timer since I started Think, people? I've been consistent on here since last year with my brothers and sisters, Sean and Emily. That's why, and when you're consistent, people start taking you a lot more seriously. If you're not consistent, you're not even there for them. You got to learn to be there for yourself first. Right before I do deep talk with y'all, what did I do? I just play music. Welcoming everybody. Sky, Coterie, ST. To the Mystic Village, my name is Thanettaout. Right? But after you feel the vibe, God's like, drop some hammers on it. I'm like, are you sure? So in the beginning, when I start being more honest and more real, some people got mad. Because the truth is painful. And that's why many people don't say it. You know why? If you're paying $20 for a card reading, they want good news. Why the hell they want bad news? If you're, right, when you're engaging with people, you want to hear good stuff. You don't want to get pissed off by the truth. So many people just don't say it. Why? Because speaking the truth that may piss people's ego off doesn't make money. Oh, it says here, knowledge. You have to keep learning about self-love, and everything's going to be fine. Just pay attention a little bit more, and you'll be okay. But they're not saying anything about practical, which is why when I see a lot of card readers, it's like, okay, they ain't doing nothing with that, right? But at least they're doing their part. Jeff says, construction is always in progress. The saying on my job site. That's the truth. The moment, thank you, Sky. The moment you start to get comfortable with your relationship, with your self-development, you're gonna start slowing down. That's 100%. For example, if you're somebody who plays the crystal singing bowl, which I know a ton of y'all, if all you do is the same thing every time you play the bowl, you don't expand because you're just doing, it's called routine. That's the master teaches us, never do routine work. Whee! Wee, wee. Next week, ding, ding. It bugs me when I see sound healers do the same crap over and over and over. It's like, there's so much more to this art, but people just love doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Because if you learn to break this thing called routine, the third eye opens. Okay, let's just say it. Thank you, Theo. Says, I love your lives. Thank you. Because the moment you get comfortable, the mind knows what to do. But when you're not comfortable and you use your heart to play, the universe shows you new tools. But many people, ding, ding. Because the master, when he does healing work, he never does something the same. And I'm like, what's the difference between routine and consistency? Consistent is, I guess, you can do healing work. You can be on time. You have a high standard, but you're expanding. When you're routine, you're not expanding, right? Consistency is you're showing up to do the work. Every Sunday, bam, there's a time for it. But in that time, are you showing up to do the same thing over and over? Right? So it's fine that we have a routine that works. And we're not here to change every time, by the way, because I used to be obsessively non-routine, which makes it like if you're trying too hard to be different, it's from your head. But after you do it 2 to 3 times, the energy goes away because people know what to expect. You know what you're to expect already. Now, again, whenever I was training with the master, I'm crazy. I'm just going to let you know that I'm not normal when it comes to doing stuff because I just don't know. I just give it my all and I take everything. I take the Dharma seriously. So whenever I hear it, I apply it like really masculinely, which is the beautiful part about being all in. You learn the spectrum. Too much positivity, too much negativity. Imagine that I've gone to both ends to where extremely negative and extremely positive too much. Right? No discipline, extreme discipline. But if you never learn like the whole spectrum, you don't know how to balance. But that's what I need. Some people learn quicker. I guess I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not like that. My skills, comprehension skills, or maybe I'm just slow learner, but it makes me have to give it my all to learn. Like I need to learn the hard way. And that's who I am. Everybody's different. Maybe you just are a quick learner. If you're a quick learner, oftentimes you will be battling with patience, faith. That's why I don't struggle with faith, patience, all these yin, feminine energy. But to learn to be masculine was my struggles, which the master brought out from me because he says, if you want to teach a boy to be a man, you cannot treat him like a boy. But that's an analogy for energy. If you want to teach somebody to be tough, you cannot be gentle with them. That's why I'm so grateful for the master. Because I was very yin energy, feminine, soft-spoken, empathetic, intuitive, big heart. And then the master comes and showed me this thing called the dragon energy. And when I first, I didn't understand it. I was just like, damn, man, am I... Because I just thought I was always doing something wrong. Because the way that my parents raised me with this masculine energy was a toxic way, comparing me to other people, children, judging me and making me feel I'm not good enough. I didn't know that there's a positive way to see this fire energy. But from the master scolding me let's just say scolding everything possible that triggers you, it's I would say it happened. He definitely did that to me. And eventually I stopped getting triggered by all the fire. And I learned how to use the fire by getting a lot of fire, which is extremely uncomfortable. And that's why I know when to be more fire in the stream. I learned when to be more graceful. Because you need to learn to do what? Yin and yang, right? Some people, some of us, we're more feminine. Some of us more masculine. But imagine that when you open your chakras, you let God tell you what you need to do at this time. You let the universe, Jesus, Buddhas, archangels, your ancestors, you become available to all divine things, and you know if this thing is divine or it is some BS that your mind is making up. Right? Because when your chakras open, you start to see, is this my head or is this God speaking? Is this the devil or is this the angels talking to me? And it takes a lot of time to discern that. And that's why many people get lost, because it's really difficult to discern. And that's why you need a lot of meditation, and you need to constantly be aware of your posture. You need to constantly be aware of your breath. You need to constantly be aware of everything in your body. So that's why you see me constantly checking my posture, being aware, because if I don't, what happens? The devil might be speaking, right? Or your ego might be speaking. The devil is just more like your ego, right? Okay. Thank you, Diana. So this is the discernment part is difficult, and that's why you have to be around people who are grounded, brothers and sisters. I don't talk to acquaintances. You don't need acquaintances in your life. Acquaintances create more noise. You want to create healthy connections with people. But if you're unclear, some people may drain you. Why? Because you're not showing your healthy boundaries. Some people, they just want to talk at you because they need somebody to listen to them, because they don't know how to listen to their heart. And you don't want to be their trash can people. With those people, you want to show them this thing called the mirror. You want to mirror their energy. Ryan says, you're on point with that one. The fire can be very difficult. The discernment is key in mindfulness too. Let's see here. Jeff says, I didn't think much about breath work until I got on this app. Now I realize how much I hold my breath throughout the day. Imagine this, brother. Your whole body. Sometimes when you're focused, you may be clenching your bottom, which is fine, but you have to know when to stop. Sometimes when people think, they scrunch their eyebrows. You have to learn when to be aware. Sometimes you're in your head. You gotta check your posture. Thank you. Thank you, coach. I appreciate that. That's why when I'm speaking, you see like facial energy, hands. But now all of that becomes intuitive. All you gotta do is start with what you know, people. Because God, the Buddhas, Jesus, they will show you when you become a good servant. That's what I know for sure. Because I'm surprised I even got this far. But I'm not surprised because it's called faith. It's called divine. It's called the sacredness. Like we live in a universe that's loving. And everything's going to be okay if you have a good heart. Now, if you have a bad heart, why? So this is why we have to learn to be disciplined with what we know. If all you know is to focus on your breath, guess what? Master that thing. If anything, that's what you should master. Being aware that you're breathing, right? Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Imagine that when you practice that to obsessively, you stop needing to think about it and you just begin. So throughout my day, how do I breathe? I just breathe into my stomach 90% of the time. Hello, darling. He says hello, darling. Yeah. Right? So imagine that. Because the skill to breathe into your stomach, it requires so much practice. Because why? It's not comfortable. Naturally, you want to... But mindfulness teaches you this is more advanced, but I know that we have a lot of advanced practitioners in here. And then we have a style called the Tumo, which visualizes a crystal orb in your solar plexus, visualizing a dot of light at the center, and you breathe into that dot of light. So the amount of tools that's available, brothers and sisters, is endless. You can make your own style. Right? Maybe your style is you hold your pinky and you breathe throughout the day. You can turn your fingers into mala beads. Right? Sometimes maybe you use mala beads. Maybe you don't. Maybe you turn your steps into the meditation. Maybe you turn relaxing your eyeballs throughout the day into your meditation. Maybe before you start working at your desk, you put 2 hands on the desk and you say, thank you for my job. Maybe when you go outside, you turn looking into the sky and say, thank you, God. You can make all these rituals throughout your day and make your life sacred and holy. And that's why that's exciting to me. I mean, maybe, that's exciting because we have infinite tools that the universe gives us. We just have to start with 1 and 2. Thank you for my life. Remembering to breathe. Because you always have it. And if you don't have your breath, muerte. But because you do have your breath, you get to say thank you. How are we feeling? Going deep today. Looks like a more advanced practitioner. Giving out all the treasures today. Because you know why? That's the Buddha gave to us. God, Jesus, all these treasures are already here. But sometimes we're looking for the Bitcoin. But what we need to look for is love. And some people look for love, but they don't feel love. But when we share love and people, like in the stream right now, just feel the energy, people. How are we doing? Sometimes, right, you feel the yin energy coming in to balance all the knowledge. Because a lot of people are very open, and the universe says, open the floodgates. Thank you. Let's see who's here. Allison is here. Heidi, Nikki. 200 people on Insight Timer. We got 44 people on Twitch. 9 people on YouTube. 2 people on Facebook. So thank you for all the brothers and sisters on all the platform uniting. So just know that there's a good amount of people, and you may not see them, but what matters is love. And I'm glad that, thank you for the recent follow, Johnny, Shao, and G-Rat. Oh, thank you for the raid, I just saw that. All late. Rocka Zulu and Reptar. My excuse the when you're in, whenever you see the words just come out, I don't get in the way. Michael Beckwith calls it the channeled state. And at first I didn't understand, but I was willing to. I was like, whoa. When I first started letting the universe speak, I watched my mouth speak, and I was like, whoa, it's just coming out. But then I didn't know in the beginning, I did not know how to stop the energy, because you're not supposed to know everything, you know. You're just kind of like, I used to drain myself quite a bit. Knowing when to stop talking, it brings harmony to the space. Giving people a chance to be heard brings harmony to the space. That's why I try my best to read some comments from time to time, unless the channel stays here. ST says, I am a digital minimalist and only on IT. I only attend quality events. I'm glad to be here tonight. Thank you, ST. And I just do my best to bring the best that I can, because the master teaches us to be excellent. Because if you're not excellent, you're not going to make a real impact. They just know, oh, he's a spiritual guy doing his thing. But there's no like, if I'm speaking and I don't feel your heart feeling something, it bugs me. Because it means that I'm not speaking from my heart. And how can I tell? The conversations in the chat would not be, the conversations we have in the chat, heartfelt expressions happen. And I know that where we're going with Insight Timer, there's going to be more healing and tears, but we're slowly getting there. This thing right here, I mean, some people have already. Because when people heal and they forgive, tears of joy come out, because you get out of the way and you let the love flow for the first time. And when that love flows, sometimes the tears flow, because you finally love your damn self. And that's what excites me, when I see this. God's been telling me, stream more. I'm like, are you sure? It's a lot of energy, because I'm right. Eventually the goal is to get on TikTok, because there's a lot of spiritual community on there. So the goal is to bring this authentic energy that we got going on with Insight Timer, because it's about uniting humanity and making an impact. And Tatiana says, I am with you on that, ST. No TV in the house since 2015. Oh, Sarah says, tonight's energy is amazing. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being here. Cindy says, I love your practical rituals, daily moments, simple. I feel gratitude practice requires expression. If expression to places, projects, or others, profound yet simple. I want to share with you another tool because I see a lot of people paying attention and open. Because some days we want more music, some days we want more tools, and today is like tool day, I guess. How to effectively do positive affirmation. This is one of the practices that I do heavily in the beginning of my awakening because I really just doubted myself a lot, and I needed to learn to affirm myself energetically. Even the way I speak now, it comes from the deep practice of positive affirmation. Maybe we can, I need to use the restroom. Maybe we can right now, I want you to type some simple, maybe a little technical if you want, some affirmations that you like, and I will show you how to make it, like create energy with it. So I'll be right back. Test 1, 2. Oh, welcoming Lucy. Nice to see you. Yes, I have 2 of these. There's one here, one here. And see, I made this one up. It's just a bulb, and then I bought. Why? Because it needs to look sexy. Because why? Because when it looks sexy, people are like, Okay, positive affirmation, unlocking the secrets. It does. I mean, if it doesn't look like, sacred, that's why you got the decor matters. Thank you, sweetie, sweaty. Okay, so positive affirmation. Let's go up here. Is your head sacred? Everything's sacred. Okay, let's look. So, again, whenever I was first learning to be positive, I was very negative, like many of us. Because why I grew up with a toxic mother who always doubted me and always complained, and you just kind of got used to complaining with her. And so that the generational baggage transfer over until you break it. The key to positive affirmation. And a positive affirmation is words that lift you up, words that support you, words that make you feel joy. Okay, words that impact you in a way that, how do you break the parent toxicity? That's a long story. I mean, we'll talk about it after the affirmation if we want to. It took me 4 years to help my mother. So that's another story. And I used the 5 love languages. That's one of the keys. The Art of Communication by Thich Nhat Hanh. So I applied heavily the things that I had studied, and it worked. But oh God, there's so much. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream for another 2 hours. Maybe it's Dharma night. Okay, listen. Positive affirmation. Number 1, you have to believe in what you say. But in the beginning, you doubt. Okay. For example, let's look at the first one. Self-love isn't selfish. I am love. Let's start with Samantha. I am love, right? In the past, I would have said this. I am love. I am love. You see, right? The way you speak, you have to get out of your way and sound as authentic and possible as ever, right? As you can. So you have to learn to be comfortable with sounding positive and genuine. And that means you got to make up a new version of you that is deeply positive and genuine without judging yourself. I am positive and genuine. Here's the key. Just stop judging yourself. Take the deep breath and say it. I am love. I am love. And just sound like the most loving that you can be. Okay? Be the most loving that you can be without judging yourself. Because in the beginning, you can go, I am love. Hold on. Do I need to ban some people on here? Alright, let me just deal with these fools over here. Don't waste my time. Gotta keep the energy clear in here, you know what I'm saying? Twitch, sometimes you get trolls once in a while because they ain't got nothing to do. Friends are so cute. So the way that I sound today, right now, you just make up the most positive version, and the most, like, if you were like the perfect, like if you were a counselor, a guide, like if you were your own angel, okay, maybe that's the best analogy. If you were your own supportive angel, and that voice is you, how would you sound? And it takes practice, right? I am love. In the beginning, it goes, I am love. Because why? You need to breathe. I am light. Okay, let's go to the next one here. I am worthy of self-love. I am resilient. I am compassionate. And you have to, when you're actually reading this, believe it. And it takes time. That's why you have to practice. I am worthy of self-love. I am resilient. I am compassionate. And just bring that passion out. Okay? Okay, let's go down the list here. Right? And from the heart, not because if it's from the head, it sounds like this. I am a heart leader. I am enough. No. That's from here. Because why? You didn't breathe. The breathing part, people. I am a heart leader. I am enough. Okay? Because I know a lot of y'all are doing it from your head already. Let's see here. I love the lamps. Whoa. Okay. Laura, okay, here we go. Okay, Tatiana. I can and I will. If it's from your head, I can and I will. Like, I can and no. I can and I will. Right? Let the angel from your heart bloom. Let the flower bloom in your heart. I am lovable. And if you don't believe it, sometimes you gotta close your eyes and feel the love. I allow myself to love. I let the lovable me shine. Right? It's about the energy. Okay, let's go down. I can make a difference in my own life. And sometimes the affirmation, it needs you to be more fire. I can make a difference in my own life. Right? I am capable. I am capable. But always remember that breathing, that passion, and here's a secret. No one has to know. Don't worry about, is my mom here? Is my brother here? Me doing affirmation? Like, who cares? You're improving your life and you should pat yourself on the back, okay? Like, in the beginning, I used to also be scared that people would judge me that I was positive. If I'm positive, people will think I'm weird. And then I realized, but it's great to be positive, so I became extremely weird. So that's why I'm like this, I guess. Okay, here we go. I am capable. I am proud of all my achievements today. I love who I am. Here's the big one. I am good enough. I am enough. And sometimes you need to learn to be more graceful with your energy. I am enough. Because that little gracefulness is just like, you're just cradling your own heart. I am enough. I love who I am. And sometimes, as you get deeper into this positive affirmation practice, you can whisper, but just don't get too high on it, okay? I'm just letting you know you can get too high on this stuff. On anything. I love who I am. I am enough. I am worthy. I love who I am. I have been high on affirmations. Thank you so much for my life. I am so grateful for all my experiences. How do you know when you're too high? Whenever you're more in your head heavy, like you feel your energy leaking, which means that you're not in your core. So you have to learn to just sit in silence. When your energy is leaking, you can feel your head is glowing, like you feel your head, the top of your head is hot. So you have to keep your posture and know to be centered here. Okay. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive all of me. You can always develop deeper. I forgive all of me. And eventually you could do the affirmation without words, but through breathing. So the affirmation is quiet, but it's deep into your core. I forgive all of me. I allow myself to be free. When you do the work that's deep and your chakras open, the tears will come out. When you deeply forgive and you heal yourself, the tears will come out. In the beginning, when I did forgiveness work, tears came out. For like the whole week. But every day, I just sat there and faced what's clearly sad. I just face what's clearly, because sometimes we're looking for it, but as you sit in meditation, you begin to see your baggage. Maybe you're still angry at your father for cursing at you. I forgive my father with all my heart. I forgive myself for holding on. When you forgive, you have to do it both ways. Forgive because they had ignorance and they didn't know better, they didn't have love. Forgive yourself for not knowing better and holding on to the energy. Every time you forgive, it has to be two-way to make it complete, yin and yang. Because you have to be humble enough to see that karma requires a cause and effect. Because somebody can yell at you, but you don't pick it up. Because you know better. And whenever you get very emotional, just stop and be with your breath. Because sometimes we want to do more and more healing. We want to do more and more affirmations. But sometimes what's needed is to just sit and just feel the forgiveness. And to check in on you. And to see what you need next. Ho'oponopono. I can't make others love me. Okay, look. So, Brother Jeff, what you're doing there, that affirmation, the I can't make others love me, that is the intention. It comes from, that's negative affirmation. I can't make others love me. I allow myself to love me. You want to move forward, not backwards. I can't make people love me. You see the energy? I allow myself to feel love. I allow myself to learn to love me. I'm open to love. Right? I learned that from Michael Beckwith. There's a regressive thought and a progressive thought. Because, okay. So I'm just letting you know that when you shift your language, you shift your paradigm, which is the way your internal work. Okay. I am filled with grief, says Charity. But you better start unpacking it. You got all your life still. When you're filled with grief, start looking at the details. And sometimes you have a lot of grief and you need to see how much it is. Get a pen and a paper and start writing down the details. Because eventually you will have a long list of grief and you're like, God damn, shoot, golly. And then you have a ceremony where you let go and give it to God. You give it to your ancestors and then you burn it. And with all your heart and soul, I release my sadness. I release my doubt, fears, worries, negativity. Mark says, I studied meditation with Michael Bernard Beckwith for several months. Yes. I studied Michael Beckwith for, I think, about 3 years intensely. I mean, I study things intensely because I'm about that life. You know, when you're about that life, you're just gonna do the work. When I stopped going to the karaoke bar and I started meditating, and my friend thought like, what? They were shocked. I just told them I stopped drinking. Thank you, Charity, for opening up. We're all here to support the best that we can, and it looks like we have a lot of professionals in here. So shout out to all the pros up in here. We got a lot of pros. That's why I love Insight Timer, man. Got the pros up in here. Old people. All my friends old anyways. Really, I prefer old people. Because we don't have to BS around. Let's get straight to the point. If you can't get straight to the point, we just don't need to be friends. And that's just how it is. If you easily get too offended, you're probably not going to be around me. "41, eek, old, I get." Old soul, okay. Oh, I meant old soul. I forgot the soul part. Oops. Old soul people. Smooth, 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 smooth. Smooth, smooth. See? But it's okay. It's fine. Be proud of your age, you know. Be proud. We're here together and we find happiness together. That's something to be proud of, people. There are some people still trapped in the matrix just thinking, man, I'm depressed. My life sucks. Man, I'm depressed. My life sucks. And they got nowhere to go. Why? Because they're not paying attention. How I used to be. But us being here talking about this deep stuff and we're on Insight Timer, Twitch. We got a little campfire going, you know. That's what I should be playing right now. Some campfire. Gotta put some campfire because if put some campfire. Ew, that doesn't sound that good actually. There we go. Throw some crickets on top. Let's see, Smurda says, you keep referring to the master. Who is the master? This is the master. But that's all I'll say. Walking each other home. Grateful for IT. Yes, I hope that IT figures out the App Store with Apple because I get it. Jeff says, I want s'mores now. I was reading we got the old people. Somebody says, 41-year-old Jerry. Heidi says, pros who don't know what they're doing and learning from our children love to laugh. I'm 65 and getting unstuck. Hey, it's teamwork, you know. At the end of the day, it's about happiness. When my mother has something on her heart, she comes to me. Now I'm honored, okay? I'm extremely honored that I can be my mother's consult because it's such an emotional thing for me. It's such a, you know, it's such a, I'm just grateful that I didn't give up because I don't know how to give up, okay? But in the beginning time, I was just like, golly, my mother's just so toxically negative. And through persistence and improving myself, which means developing some sort of self-mastery. I kind of want to show y'all the altar, but I don't think it's time. I don't want to, it's not ready. Yeah, I have a full-on altar right here, up above my head. Is your mother cat? I don't know. I chose not to use the astrology system yet, I think, because it's not how I operate. You know, it's not how I operate. I just rely on reading the energy of the person. Yeah, no, I don't know really. But of course it's not me reading, it's letting the Buddha. Who is Thich Nhat Hanh? Teacher or master? No idea either. Another monk probably. Buddha. Let me see if I can. No, it's not it's not as easy as I wish it was as easy, but it's not. Your light-hearted humor keeps. Well, I grew up listening to funny monks. My father always played cassette tapes of funny monks. Thank you, Heidi. Of funny monks. Thank you, Beth. I hope you have a good night. Thank you. Yeah, my father always played tapes of funny monks growing up. So my father's also hilarious himself. And it's because probably to deal with my mother's toxicity growing up. And but I never thought it would lead to anything. I just like, great, funny monks. Right. It's why I follow through the lineage of funny Dharma talks. Because it's engaging. It makes people more interested in wisdom. It makes people more interested in self-development. If you're too serious, it's pretty boring. And that's why if it gets too boring, I can play the damn flute. Welcoming Jonathan. Do I search funny monks? I don't know. It's hard to find that, but in America, maybe it would be like a pastor that's funny. In Thailand, there's just monks. There's our monks that are funny and they do a great job. And some of them are really vulgar. It's wild. I mean, it's wild. It's wild, man. It's wild. I mean, it's kind of crazy how non-traditional you can be as a monk. And she says, I wonder if your words for your mother toxic will change. Oh, my mother's not toxic anymore. I'm just using that as an example to tell y'all that it's possible. Again, I'm only sharing with you because there's results. If I don't have results in something, I won't talk about it with you. It's why I'm so confident when I speak, because I have found results in all these areas of my life. Because I made a commitment to the Buddha and God. If I didn't learn it and I don't find results, I won't share it with people. But because I keep finding results that are profound, it makes the channeling part easy, because there's just a lot of blessings that keep coming. And then I realize I can help. If I can do it, other people can too. So it makes me very confident about the ability to engage with people, because I'm not here. I'm not faking. I mean, I never even thought of. I don't even need to say that part, that I'm not faking it. It's just the people around me have results too. But is it easy? Hell no. Helping others around me break their ego requires this thing. Hearing the thing they don't want to hear and knowing that I don't give a crap, you're going to hear it. And I did that to somebody on Insight Timer, and they definitely didn't like it. Because why? Arrogance, ego, entitlement. I know. And so that's why I have the reset button. to be more graceful. But to crack the ego, to crack the arrogance, to crack the ego, you can't be too graceful. Because sometimes you think you're happy, but you're not. And to hear that you don't actually feel happy is really difficult. It's like when you don't love yourself, but your ego thinks, I do love myself, of course, but it's not from the heart. And to hear that, ouch. Where we're going, we'll be using more of this. As many of y'all get used to me and trust me more, then we'll get to this, because this, it helps you with the details of your life and helps others too, but it requires a lot of vulnerability and being responsive and being open, because some people get a card reading, but they don't trust me. And when you don't trust, the universe already shows me. And then I have to take jabs at your ego so that you can so I'm just massaging you so that you can trust. Once you trust and the energy opens, the healing begins. But if you don't trust and the reading happens, you're going to get your butt kicked. Because why? You're about to hear the thing you don't want to hear. But if you trust, you're going to be more absorbent. But it's part of the job, it's part of the duty that we trust each other. So that's why it's a slow process to get to more deeper work. And it takes a lot of time to really heal deeply, which is why some readings will take 30 minutes. But in that 30-minute interaction, everybody's learning, which is why my goal is to learn here more. And again, this is not my job. I deliver for Amazon. I'm trying to make this my job. That's why I'm trying to see how I can continue making this content and keep the authenticity without selling out and just thinking, $20, $30, whatever, Because why? The master didn't tell me, whatever God gives you, use that to make money. He just told me help people. He didn't tell me use what God gave you to make money. Because everyone's different. If you can keep everything pure, the angels work for you. But the moment you start to corrupt the purity, you're flying solo. The bodhisattvas not hanging out with you if you don't keep things pure. The Buddhas don't hang out with you if you don't keep things pure. The moment now, yes, your readings and stuff will work, but you're not going to get to the next level because you decided this is my limit. I'm going to just start making a living. Imagine if you just go all the way. Instead of getting a puppy, you get the elephant. That's what the master says. Many people do healing work and they get to a certain stage and then they go, yes, now that I have learned to do sound healing, let's create events where I can charge 20 to 30 bucks. Right? I mean, that's a normal way of thinking, right? But imagine if you found a way to just help people without charging. The universe shows you more gifts if you keep things pure. And that's not easy to hear. And so again, what I'm talking to you, all this is possible. The energy of this stream, the setup, the master, all this is possible because we keep things clear and pure and clean. That's why I'm just giving the knowledge. I'm just giving everything. I'm not. If you want, you have to join my Discord. You have to go to my Patreon, by the way. And I'm not doing all that. There's no life coaching money thing. I'm just giving you all that I got because I see that y'all are receptive. Because the more light workers that wake up, the more this world, the more the planet becomes more peaceful. And that's all I care about. I just want the planet and your city to be peaceful. And we don't need to hide this behind a life coaching session. Now, if you do that, great. That's your thing. I'm not hating on that, but I'm just letting you know that if you want to get to the next level, you have to learn to do peer work. And that may be really difficult because you have turned that into a business already, and that's okay. But learn to do it peerly. And it's hard to because when you start mixing spiritual work with money, you already corrupted. You got to destroy it and go the peer way if you want to. Because when you mix, it's already unpeer. You're known for $20 reading now. And the angels know, the bodhisattvas know, the ancestors see and feel. But when you decide to take the next leap of faith, the archangels, the shamans, they catch you. And then the way the network that you have and the doors that open become different. It may be more challenging because your mind doesn't know what to expect. Because to take the leap of faith over and over and over and over, eventually you get used to it. And eventually my life right now, I'm so used to taking the leap of faith, I'm just flying at this point. But I stay humble because it's not me. I just let the universe, right? You let the universe flow through you, right? What the master says, let God work through you. Let the universe work through you. Don't use the universe. Let the universe use you. Or you can sell books and be like Joel Osteen. Pure unconditional love, that's what you're sharing with all of us here. That's just God, Buddha, Jesus love, people. There's no tithing. There's no, right? It's all optional, but when it's from the heart, it's pure. There's an alms bowl. Because when you feel compelled to give from your heart, the energy of giving from the heart, it's like so strong that it opens a mandala, right? So when somebody gives from the heart, it's like they're giving you like the spirit energy. But when they give to manipulate, maybe I give him some money, maybe he gives me attention. That's not how it works. Do you ever feel fear when you take leap of faith? In the beginning, absolutely. In the beginning, it's really difficult because your faith is being tested. Is God going to catch you? Is Jesus gonna catch me? But the moment you get rid of fear completely, now there's gonna be, your mind will have fear, but you get to watch your mind have fear. If you're driving 90 miles per hour, there's gonna be a fear of hitting somebody, right? But don't drive too fast. You know the consequences, pay attention. Yes, fear is a human experience, but you have to realize you're more than just human. You're a spiritual being having a human experience, which we all hear and know. But now, what does it take for you to get closer to the spirit being within? You have to learn to balance your humanness with your holiness, which means that it's fine to make money, but you gotta make sure to know your purpose so that your money can fuel your dreams. Because you still need money, but where are you gonna funnel it to? When I have flutes, you know who the flute is for? The flute is for y'all. When I get these flutes, I'm like, how would this flute help the energy feel? How can it sculpt the energy? When there's a smoke machine, what vibes will it inspire? Right? Because the stuff is here. It helps people. And that's the beauty. I enjoy it too, but the main part is that it helps people, right? So before I had dreadlocks, the dreadlock, it helps me at that time of my life because I was around the energy that resonated with that, which is the hippie community, burner community. But in the mainstream, being Asian and dreadlock is confusing. You have to learn to use all of you to serve. This is more digestible in the mainstream. It's wild. Right? Because when people see it like, oh, that's some spiritual dude, look kind of like a monk. But not a monk. The way you speak, everything is energy. And if you know how to sculpt, it's like Play-Doh. If you learn how to sculpt the energy, what to wear, right? When I'm on stream, I wear, what do I wear? Where do I look? How do I speak? There's a reason for everything. Even the way I'm moving my hands, right? It helps to engage, but I don't think about it. I let the universe decide. But it's weird at first because if you get in the way, you become really rigid. But when you get out of the way, you begin to have this thing called color in your life. Your energy has color because when you're too zen, you look like a rock. And people don't want to hear a rock speak unless you're Dwayne Johnson. Okay. So when you learn to add color, when people hear, and they're like, oh, I don't know, like, I remember Brother Shara was like, I don't like other people talking a lot, but when you talk, I can deal with it. And I'm like, yeah, because it's not me speaking, the universe use. But it's hard to explain that concept. Like you're just in a channeled state and things come out to help people. And imagine, brothers and sisters, it's possible for you too. Whether as a mother, sometimes you get into the channel state and support. Maybe you're a school bus driver and you see some kid being picked on. That channel state may need, right? That's when the universe, it needs you to just surrender and do the part. So I think the energy is good now. I think we're ready. Let's just wind down with some music. I hope you don't mind. And then we're going to just wrap it up because I think we're very, very good today. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.
We are the guardians of planet Earth, protectors of the waterland and above. We are the angels of planet Earth. Be the change and meditate, spreading love. This is the kingdom of planet Earth. This is our kingdom, our Mother Earth. Nan 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 na nan na nan nan na nan 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 na nan na nan 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 na. Mani Bume What I say? I said 3 things you can never hide for long is the moon, the sun, and the truth. So face all your fears while you still have your years, releasing the sadness and tears. Face your fears. Heal your tears. Be the light. Be the truth. Be the truth. Be your truth. 3 things you can never hide for long is the moon, the sun, and the truth. So face all your fears while you still have your years, releasing the sadness and tears. Face your fears. Heal your tears. Be the light. Be the truth. Be the truth. Be your truth.
The end. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. My goal is to do maybe 2 of these a week, maybe Tuesday or Saturday. What do you prefer? Tuesday or Saturday? Because I'm You know, when the energy is good, you gotta ride the energy. Saturday is better. Okay, yeah. Evening or what? I'm planning to do the same time, 6 to 10 on Saturday. Or is that too... Yeah. Because it looks like we want to go deeper, and then I'm investing in AI to edit my videos. Oh yeah, I'm dark as hell. I'm investing in AI, which is worth it, because you know why? The goal is to eventually just keep going. You know, I don't know where it's going to lead me, but I know that when I see happy people and I feel good, and I see that people are subscribing, following, donating, it inspires to just, okay, let's keep going. So thank you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you, Dana. All the positive comments. Cindy from Singapore. Oh, awaken your alchemy. Okay, shout out to Sister Cindy. Sister, I am so much happier. She said, hey, shout out to Heidi. I think Heidi did a lot of work today, because from your energy, sister, that's called doing the work. We're not just here to hang out and talk about things, and we're here to, how can we help unlock so that we can unite in this thing that's not, we don't want to just read books and be philosophers, you know. How can we actually embody and feel love is what we're doing up in there. So shout out to brothers and sisters all around the world, Australians, Singaporeans, Thai people, which is my people, and American, Canadian, United Kingdom, as you know, people all around the world. So thank you, Suzanne. Blossom, hey Blossom, I thought you went to sleep already. Still hanging in there. Louise, Lisa, Ann, Tatiana, all the OGs. Thank you for all the love, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you. All right, now it's left with the rest of y'all. I just want to play. I think I still want to play a little bit more flute. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell them though. Don't tell them. I'm trying to play a couple more. Yeah, just change the setting a little bit. This one's for me. Yeah, I shut down Insight Timer. Just one more, because I love this damn flute, this Egyptian Arabian flute. Insight Timer is beautiful. If you have not been around a lot of positive energy, it can be overwhelming, because everyone there is like really into it. So yeah, a lot of teachers. So thank you. Shout out to positive energy, and shout out to all the Twitchers, because that's my beginning. You know, you gotta show love to the people that support you, and thank you to all the brothers and sisters on Twitch and YouTube, Facebook. hope you have a good night.